We started evaluating every single solution out there. So when we got to the tampons, so we don't have anything against any tampons brand or anything. I'm just saying what we were researching, and the results came that there were way too many reasons why we would not supply tampons. Number one is they have the highest risk of them all, actually. We have doctors here, or gynecologists, right? We have any here? Would you agree? Okay. Enjoy my accent. So, the risk was just too high. Every study that we were analyzing, always tampons were on top of all the risk. They were always on top. So the problem with them is that once you introduce something inside that part of the lady, the inside is way more absorbent than the outside. I don't know if you guys, well, ladies, if you knew that. Guys might not. You knew that, right? You absorb faster from the inside of the walls of the vagina, right, than from the outside. You knew that? Doctor, thank you. Yeah, we already checked with all the doctors, so, but thank you, it's good to have always one. So, everything that you use in the inside, you have to be really careful. Anything, whatever. So, for example, you could use 100% cotton tampons, right? But the thing is that 100% cotton tampons, they make 2.4% of the world's land, but then each year there's a whooping $2 billion spent on just in pesticides, meaning that your tampon contains pesticides. And according to the USDA, 94% of the cotton that you get here in the USA is GMO. So you might be really excited because it's cotton, right? Oh, my tampons are okay, they're cotton. Well, yeah, they're cotton, but you're also getting pesticides there. So whatever you use there is really, really sensitive. You have to be really careful. So when we decided, okay, we want a solution for the ladies, we decided that we will stay outside the whole thing, right? We want to stay, at a distance. It's safer. It's safer. The other thing is, tampons, like no other device, increase the toxic chunk. Guys, you could go online, you can read all that was many hours reading, study after study, information, only medical information, everywhere. When you compile everything, there's like one of the devices that that really increases your chances for this is tampons. We're just letting you know why we're not supplying. We're not telling you don't go there and buy tampons. Like, you do whatever you want, obviously. This is why we are not supplying tampons. Another reason is they can cause small cuts. Now, I haven't gotten my period, but I have been reading. And for everything that I have been reading, and when I have been asking ladies and doctors, they all agree that sometimes they get something called vaginal fissures, which is really uncomfortable, seems like. I don't know. Okay? Now, a woman can use up to 16,800 sanitary napkins, and as many as 24,000 if they are on estrogen replacement therapy. Is that that is that much, or that's, you know, maybe that's not enough, right? Maybe we need more exposure. Whatever you're gonna use there, it's at least 16,000 times that in your life you're gonna expose yourself with whatever, you know, there is there. So that's really, you know, you really have to pay attention. The numbers for the market, this is for the people, the numbers people that they like the money. Just in 2016, more than 102 million, a million of women use sanitary napkins. There was an error there, and other sanitary products. The U.S. customer spends around $3.1 billion only on sanitary napkins. Do we have a market? We have a market? Yeah. You guys think, you know, we could get something out of, you know, 3 billion. Is that okay? If you get 1% of 3 billion, would you be happy or not? Not enough, right? Okay, the global market is 30 billion. 30 billion. Okay? Huge. Here in the USA last year, top brand was, like you see there, it's always, there goes Kotex, Stay Free, etc. So that's the chart of what happened last year. We have been doing all the focus groups with the top brands. So you're just letting you know. Every time you see a demo going and what you see is always with the top brand. So what should the lady be aware of? This is the main thing. Okay, this is the main thing. You have to be careful with what type of devices are you actually inserting, because that's one of your most delicate and absorbing areas. You have to really be careful. Okay? Beware of the materials materials in direct touch with your skin, and what type of interactions or conditions with those materials could turn into a health risk. Beware of accumulated fluids, dampness, environments. Beware of lack of airflow, dangerous enclosures that could create a clog. Your body's trying to get rid of a fluid while you might be holding it in place for too long. Okay? This is really important that you understand the logic behind our product, because now we're going to explain why Cherish is in fact the best device that you can use as a lady for your sanitary needs. We decided that we need a better way. We need something that can actually improve the lady's life. Because once we started looking into the facts, we noticed that there's no evidence that using the pads, the conventional ones, the ladies have been improving. Actually, it has been the other way around. So that's dangerous. We needed a better way. So we made it our main priority that we're gonna bring something that has antibacterial effects, has a better quality than the conventional. By the way, the product that you saw the packaging, that's not the final packaging. That was rushing because we wanted to give you product. The final packaging is better. Our final packaging has an easy open thing that you're going to be able to open and reseal again. That's not the final, so you know. So it has deodorant capabilities without side effects, because that's the other thing. You could go, it smells so good. And you don't know what's going on with that smell, right? High permeability for transpiration, airflow, temperature control, the best absorbency, better than conventional by 10 times. Proven, 10 times. Oh, you have seen it. You can pour 50 milliliters, and you can pour 50 milliliters. You have seen it 10 times. So comfortable that a woman can actually forget that she was wearing one. That's the constant expression that we get from our country the last almost a year. That's a constant. I forgot that I was wearing one. I forgot I was wearing one. So ladies, would you like, how would that change your life? Explain the guys, explain me too. I mean, so many of you have already told me, you know, how, but would that change your life? So we're introducing to you Cherish, which is our premium sanitary napkins. We have 8 layers, so I'm going to explain to you. That's why I was telling you, remember really carefully what I was telling you before regarding what you should be aware of, and now I'm going to explain to you what we have. We have 8 layers. Layer number 1, soft cotton wings. That's, you know, that adds reinforcement and help prevent leakage. Okay. First thing that I'm gonna let you guys know, this is something that we might be the only company in the world that is actually doing what I'm gonna do right now. The industry, they have something called soft cotton, which is not 100% cotton. But since we are really, we're gonna be always, you know, empowering you with information. It is not 100% cotton. We do have, so you know, we do have coming in our roster of product a 100% cotton pad. So you know, but it's gonna be more expensive, obviously. This is soft cotton. This is something that has been created with cotton, but with a mesh that it will allow you to drain faster, because the thing is that we were ready to implement cotton. So you know, actually later we're gonna show you pictures maybe on the website of all the lab tests. The thing is that it was not absorbing so fast. So we had to come with so this solution is also safe, is what I want you to know. So it is not organic. Don't use the word organic, please. Don't use organic. This is just soft cotton. That's the soft cotton of the industry, and it's really good. You already saw. Who of you have seen the pad? You have seen it? Was it soft? It was really good, right? Okay. The soft cotton top layer is designed to avoid rashes. So that's the thing. That's why you really want cotton there. Let me explain the technical. This is from the product development side of the whole thing. Not now from the lady side. Let me explain now the product development side of it. You want this material because you want to avoid rashes. So the other materials, actually, later we're gonna introduce you to actually more big. It's gonna be a bigger presentation with more details. What you're gonna see is that the top layers of the conventional pads, they're like plastic. Have you noticed? They're really like plastic. So only because of ladies using that, even without being wet, it was already creating rashes. So that was an issue. So this is designed to avoid rashes. Let me tell you something. We have zero cases of any rashes in our country with the pad. Not one, not two, 0. So we don't think it will. Well, you never know, because you know someone or this. I have always said this. Someone is always allergic to something. Okay, so you never know. But this is to avoid rashes. Okay, and also the mesh that I was telling you guys was created to transfer the fluids faster, because that's another thing. That's another thing. Like you could get The 100% one, they don't absorb as fast. You don't want that, because we already have, I already get the cases where ladies have fast discharge, and then, you know, creates a mess. So, yeah, I sound like I know, but it's just that I get so many inputs and feedbacks. And we have the negative ion strip. So why is this product better? This is like the well, I like how Mr. Trump and Coleman say this is like the microchip. You would say, okay, what is so special about negative ions? Would you like to know why it's so special? I think okay, let me just go to the back. I'm gonna end it here, because I think you don't really want to know. You really want to know? It's a fiber plant-based anion strip that neutralizes odors while providing antibacterial benefits, but it generates anions, which is negative ions, that help the anions by themselves. They help with the purification of blood. They help increase the top 5 factors of blood: nitrogen, oxygen, calcium, sodium, and potassium. They help the restoration of the body cells with just that strip. Okay? They help to get a stronger body immune system. They help with the adjustment ability of the autonomic nerves. That's just that strip, and that's just what the anions part of it, because it also has a pain relief effect. It has a pain relief effect. Ladies, it will help, but don't say in public, oh, it will take away all of your cramps. You don't need to say that. You really don't need to say that. Let them use it, and if it works for them, that's great. Because yes, we have the testimonials. Yeah, we got all of that. But please don't be out there claiming a bunch of stuff that we are not claiming. Okay? Because it's distributor that really get into trouble the company. You know that, right? Okay. Far infrared is also in the strip. So many companies have been actually creating a whole business out of the far infrared effect. It helps a lot. It's actually essential for the living, for the humans. Is actually in the infrared ray in the sunlight is called the light wave of life. Stimulates the body, stimulates your circulation to a point where you start producing nitric. By the way, please, you don't have to be don't be a doctor on your presentation. This is just education. Please, you don't have to go and say this in the you don't have to go on a presentation and say, oh, it's gonna help you with the far infrared. You don't have to say none of that. I'm just letting you know. Okay? It helps you generating, producing, your body's going to start producing, it's going to help you produce nitric oxide. That's another whole thing that doctors already know. It's great for your circulation. Okay? It has nanosilver. I think you already know that silver is great to kill bacteria. You already know that, right? Also has nanosilver, and it has algae sheathing, which is just to give a comfortable stance, and it has also an anti-inflammatory function with that. All of that, just one strip. Just that strip, just that pink strip is doing all of that. Layer 4 is a dust-free holding paper, which is designed to make it easier for the fluids